Hello and welcome back to Rage Gaming and more Monster Hunter Wilds talk. Today we're back to update the monster list for February after the 7th trailer, the launch trailer, as well as the Japanese version, which had different clips and a different monster revealed during it, alongside a few updates to the small monster list. So let's run through it. Starting with the new reveals for the large monsters with this guy. Blangonga is back. This was randomly revealed thanks to the Japanese version of the launch trailer, where they were using a couple different clips, one of which included a monster not yet revealed, blangonga, as well as the pack itself. A lot of people were pretty excited by this one. We've got quite a few ape types in Wilds, it would seem. Congalala, a Jarakan, and now blangonga. Will we be free from Rajang for a game? We'll see. But for blangonga, this is the leader of the Blango pack, twice as large as the regular ones, recognized by giant fangs, whiskers, and a head crown, and has strong jumping power for great mobility, often seen in snowy mountains. So, seeing it in the Aisha Cliffs, it just makes sense. Also revealed then in the proper launch trailer, intentionally, was Jin Dahad, the name revealed for the 4th apex of the Aishad Cliff locale. The description that they put on Twitter was this: a truly massive monster has emerged, gaze in awe at the enormous apex monster of the Aishad Cliffs, Jin Dahad. So expect it to be massive. In the gameplay, it clearly is, but maybe it doesn't come across until you're really playing. This is very likely the largest monster we'll find in Wilds in the initial launch version. But we did see some interesting stuff like it running across walls somehow. This seeming super move where it's got this pillar of ice that's standing in where it would probably is going to explode, sending that back out at the hunter. Also revealed in this trailer was at the end for Update 1, the first free title update, and it's going to be Mizutsune. This one has been controversial in a way, though people do like Mizutsune. He's a very popular monster. Ultimately, we just had him updated in Rise, and getting him back again so soon as the first update. There were plenty of people who are wanting something different or a different returning monster not seen in a while. Not to mention, Mizutsune is like a mid-level monster, let's say. And so when you get a title update after people have already kind of completed the game and are fighting the hardest challenges in the game, I guess people are hoping for tougher monsters to come in future updates, which is fair enough. The last new reveal for a large monster though was this, a question mark as we'll just call it, Rathalos. It is indeed a Rathalos as referenced by the voiceover in the trailer, but what kind and what's going on with it, we don't know. It's kind of white and blue with these veins and glowing, and the only other monster that remotely links to this is Arkveld, which we've seen in this launch trailer be a bit more glowing and brighter than we've seen him in, say, the beta. There's obvious comparisons you can make between them, and so potentially they're linked somehow. But we're not going to know more until they tell us more, or hopefully they just keep it a secret until launch. But let's now run down the list of the new large monsters that we're aware of so far, starting of course with Arkveld, the flagship of the game, showing up more and more in the trailers now, and we're seeing him in a new light where, yeah, he looks brighter and looks kind of like more purpley, different to the version we see in the beta at very least, so there's still plenty of mystery around Arkveld that we can learn about. But faster now, we have the doshaguma, we have the chatacabra, we have balahara, quematrice, and Raidal, the apex of the Windward Plains. We have the dancing lala barina for the Scarlet Forest, duna, the Scarlet Forest apex predator. We have Rompompolo in the Oilwell Basin, as well as a Jarakan, and of course, the apex there, New Udra. For the Aishad Cliffs, one monster we're aware of is the Hirabami, revealed in trailer 6. And then at the end, I'd like to also reference the seikret because it is indeed a monster, just one that we're allied with. For returning monsters then, we have Rathalos, as we've seen in the teaser trailer, Rathian, who we've seen a bit of gameplay here and there of now. We have Yian Cuckoo, which is back, but now is a pack or herd monster. We also have Gypsaros, who was revealed for the beta, and now we've had a bit of time to fight. Gravios, revealed for the Oilwell Basin. Congalala, of course, in the Scarlet Forest. Nerscylla in the Aisha Cliffs. And then, somewhere, we're going to have gore magala, which I think that's in the Aisha Cliffs as well. That combined list then brings us up to a total number of 25 monsters revealed so far, including the seikret, so 24 actually the ones that you'll fight, which is a pretty decent list going into the launch of the game. I believe the average for World was something like 30 plus, and even more, like 40 plus for Rise. So thinking about that, I still think there's other monsters we might still see, or hopefully just be hidden until the launch of the game. On the other hand then, we have the list of small monsters. Newly updating the list with this, we'll start with the Nerscylla baby spiders, which have now been confirmed as the Nerscylla hatchlings after all. Now we have proper gameplay to share. I can say for certain, those are Nerscylla hatchlings. I've actually carved them myself, thanks to the Capcom event last month. Another small monster that we've seen here or there, but we can definitely get a good look at now, is the Vespoids. It's an extremely common flying insect type across the history of the series. Now we've had a glimpse of them in the Ice Shard Cliffs, but I expect to see them around. A new small monster introduced though was Rathma. These small goat-like monsters that can knock you flying like a bullfango would apparently. They were shown in the Ice Shard Cliffs, part of the launch trailer, running along the ice like a goat. And lastly, for new small monsters shown, of course we have the Blango, the small version of the blangonga. For the known small monster list, let's be quick then. Starting with Geladron, the fat bluish-purple amphibians, which will apparently be made into a tasty meal by the Oilwell tribe. The Cranodath, the bird wyvern raptor types, with blunt rock heads found in the Oilwell Basin. We have the Piragil, finally confirmed to be named that for the small leviathans in the Scarlet Forest, thanks to the whole Lagiacrus misunderstanding that happened with IGN. We have Harpios, the blue wing drake that was seen in the Scarlet Forest. The small congas in relation to congalala. The gajau, the fish found in Scarlet Forest. There's the wudwuds, the tribe in the Scarlet Forest. And then small monsters we've seen throughout the beta in the Windward Plains like ceratonoth, Dalthanodon, Baunos, the Blockchi, the Talioth, the Gyjos, the Thunderbug, Aptonos, and Murnos. And then the last thing that we want to reference is the theory possible things that we've not quite seen yet. One is Conchu. Since, we have Yian in the game, it is sort of their main prey in the history of the series. We haven't seen them yet, but, they're seemingly linked to them. So maybe we'll find them at some point. And then, with the fact that we had Gore revealed, Shagaru Magala logically might be in the game. But why I'm not sure about that is because of what they've been doing with different monsters, such as Gravios. They flat out confirmed that Basarios will not be in the game, and we've seen that Gravios has got, say, the Poison Cloud, bringing in some moves from Basarios. So maybe this version of Gore will be more like Shagaru, but because of that, we won't have Shagaru. We'll see either way. But yeah, that's the updated list for Trailer 7 in the middle of February. We truly don't have long before the release, so we might not be updating this very much many more times. But hopefully, they've got more surprises for us at launch, monsters we've not yet seen, and so on. I want them to keep some surprise about the game, so we'll see what they do. But 24 confirmed monsters we're going to go fight and hunt. I think they're all very much standout. If we think about World and Rise and how they have bigger numbers in general, sure, that means we're probably going to get more reveals, but I do think it's worth saying that those new large monsters of Wilds feel very much stand out, with the skeleton of the Leviathans coming in for Balahara, and probably what we're going to see, in fact, for the new Apex reveal, Jin Dahad, how that's a giant Leviathan, and so we might see that skeleton being used in some interesting ways there. Not to mention, there's that whole question mark Rathalos and what's going on there. Is that a new kind of monster that we'll be dealing with? Like, say, we had Afflicted and Rise? Will there be other versions of that? Will that add to the technical number of monsters we'll be fighting? I'm still pretty convinced there's more to see based on that. For now then, I've been Hollow, you've been you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.